You embarrassed high-ranked people. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you embarrassed high-ranked people. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, status don't mean nothing. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say status don't mean nothing. When I say you embarrassed high-ranked people, I'm talking about those who are in higher positions than you, all right? Those who may come off as being more experienced and educated than you because they are in a supervisor position or a manager position, and yet you have more information than them in that particular job or position, all right? I'm talking about people who are black belts and brown belts in martial arts. You ain't nothing but a white belt, and you tore them up out of pure gift and being able to pay attention to basic body language and basic body movements, all right? I'm not saying this happens all the time, but this is the example. People who have more, people who have a lot more money, resources, okay? They have a wider and bigger range of network when it comes to people with power and position. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that those very people, you embarrass them, all right? You embarrass them. And it's so embarrassing because people place a high expectation on those who have high rank. And those who are in high rank just feel like they are overvalued, and they also overestimate themselves from people who can actually do the same things that they can do, but probably more efficient. I'm gonna go back to the martial arts analogy, y'all. You take a white belt or somebody who's a blue belt, okay, and has actually been studying the art, have actually been studying jiu-jitsu, have actually been paying attention, okay, to those who are higher up, all right? Whenever they step, in front of a person who has the brown belt, the purple belt, all right, maybe even the black belt. Like I said, this may not always be likely, all right, because those belts does stand for hard work, dedication, and technique. But there are times where people who are lower in rank when it comes to a belt, whether that's taekwondo, whether that's jiu-jitsu, whatever, and they actually put it down. You follow what I'm saying? And that causes a great deal of embarrassment because I have the black belt. I got the brown belt, okay? Well, I have a gift. I have a skill set, okay? I have an intelligence level for this type of art. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that it's a big disappointment and a high level of embarrassment simply because somebody who was lower than or considered to be less than put him to shame by being more talented, gifted, intelligent, whatever you want to call it. You follow what I'm saying? Once again, somebody drop in the comments and say status don't mean nothing, all right? But with that being said, y'all, let's get right into this. Leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Second video today, y'all, when it comes to the Reno Speech Life channel as well. And so I got these downloads and I got a lot of stuff, y'all, that's on my spirit, and it connects every single time, and I want to be able to get this out to the people, okay? But with that being said, y'all, let's get right into it. Number one, your intelligence overpowered them, all right? Your intelligence overpowered them. You take a homeless man, teaching martial arts to a instructor of martial arts, you probably wouldn't even be able to fathom it. Why? Because the homeless man don't have a home. The homeless man don't got money. The homeless man is hungry. The homeless man is incompetent. No, just because a person is homeless doesn't mean they're dumb. Just because a person is homeless don't mean that they can't fight. Just because a person is homeless doesn't mean that they lose all their intelligence and lose all of their skill set, all right? Everything that they've learned. It don't mean that they're dumb. And a lot of times, y'all, although people probably have made dumb decisions to become homeless, it doesn't mean that their totality is dumb, stupid or anything like that, right? However, y'all, getting back to my point, if that homeless man is teaching a man martial art, and a martial arts instructor martial arts, then I guarantee you, if that martial arts instructor is not humble, he's going to feel embarrassed, Okay, he's gonna feel like you can't tell me nothing, especially if it appears to be exactly what he know it is. Like this man came from outside underneath the bridge and trying to come into my gym and teach me. He's going to feel embarrassed simply because I have more than you, simply because I have the credentials, simply because I feel like I'm above you, okay? And this is where you want to draw the line at, y'all. You never want to, like, you want to be confident, but you never want to feel like you are better than people just because you have a title or a position, all right? That's why people who are supervisors and managers, they lose touch. Why? Because they've been up here for so long to where they don't even know what's going on in the field no more. You get what I'm saying, y'all? But again, the intelligence that you have overpowered them. And they supposed to be more smart. They supposed to have more money. They supposed to be the highest status person inside the facility. But here it is. Your intelligence overpowered them. Just like the homeless man teaching martial arts to a martial arts instructor. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 2, they thought their resources meant more. Okay? They thought their resources meant more. Family, when it comes to a person who have a lot, that's good. All right? Don't get me wrong. You got power. You can make decisions. You have choices. You got options. All right? You probably can pay for school over here. You can get the highest education. I mean, I'm never going to take away from a person or people who have a lot. All right? At the end of the day, y'all, we're all striving to have something. Maybe not a lot, but to have something. I don't think nobody want to leave this earth with $1 in their pocket. All right? No legacy, no name, no anything. Okay? So we all want to leave here with something. However, y'all, some people rely on what they have, their status, their name, their reputation, things that they have done or things that they have attained over a period of time instead of their character, instead of who they are as a man or a woman, instead of the things that they stand for, their principles. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All the things that money can't buy, baby. So what I want y'all to understand is that the person who think that their resources mean more than that, they're going to lose every time. You take a rich suburban kid, okay, who plays basketball versus the poor ghetto kid who plays basketball. I'm not saying that the rich suburban kid can't ball out. I'm sure there's some rich suburban kids who can ball out, all right? But if they go into that game thinking that I have more money than you, with they pinky up and think they're going to be able to hit threes on this poor ghetto kid, who hungry, they'll be happy with a bologna sandwich, okay? A pair of J's, happy with the little things. Listen, they not going to beat somebody who's hungry. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm hungry. That's another reason why you have embarrassed high-ranked people, because you're hungry. They're no longer hungry. Think about the rappers who made it to the top. They were hungry. The actors who made it to the top, they were hungry. That ambition. You're going to always eat up the person who's not hungry, okay? And that goes right back to it, y'all. A rich suburban kid playing basketball versus the poor ghetto kid playing basketball, all right? That poor ghetto kid listen, he playing and she playing like they don't have nothing to lose. He or she is playing like I got to get my mama out the hood today, okay? They playing like, hey, my little brother needs some tennis shoes. They got that hunger, okay? Just because a person have more than you, it doesn't mean that they are better than you. All right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You ain't better than me. Number 3, their rank means nothing to you. All right? Their rank means nothing to you. This is a classic case of the rookie versus the veteran. Yeah, the rookie versus the veteran. Family, there's a lot of rookies who done took some spots. All right, I can't think of none right now off the top of the head, but there's a lot of rookies who done took some spots, okay? The veteran can become entitled. The veteran can, seem or come off as if he's obligated to the position, all right? Or they are lucky to have me. When in actuality, I'm not going to put age in it, but what I will say is never deny the youth of someone. Never deny the youth of someone. Experience is going to always triumph. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But don't deny the youth, and don't deny the talent, and don't deny the skill and the gift of someone. Okay. But like I said, y'all, when you have that experience, that's powerful. Okay. The rookie can take that veteran spot if he implement that gift. The rookie can take the veteran spot if he implement his skill set, his intelligence. The rookie can take that veteran spot if the veteran get the slipping. If the veteran get the sitting back. Okay? Now there's a reason why they kept Tom Brady for so long. But at some point he had to leave the Patriots. Man, you did great for us, Tom Brady, but now it's time to get a younger quarterback, and we're going to mold him into what you were. Youth, gift, skill set, talent. Your time is almost up. Once again, y'all, this is not about age, okay? This is not about age. This is the difference between someone coming in fresh, hungry, ready to learn, ready to build, want to be a part of something, versus the individual who can't be taught anything, versus the individual who feel like they know it all, versus the individual who feels like, hey, I made it here, so I get to sit on this cloud, not humbling themselves. Okay, family, their rank means nothing to you. You coming for what's yours. Number 4, you can't hide behind the status. Okay. You can't hide behind the status. I don't care what your status say it is. Do your skill set says you belong to be there? Do your gift says that you belong to be there? Does your experience says that you belong to sit there? Most times, y'all, it does not. There's a lot of social media influencers with a lot of followers, okay? There's a lot of social media influencers with a lot of followers. I ain't hating on nobody. I ain't calling nobody out, but what I do got to say, y'all, is that some of the followers are not real. People pay for followers, all right? People kind of got followers secondhand from their homeboy, okay? They didn't really put the work in, whatever it was, y'all, but they can't hide behind that for so long. You know why? Because at some point, you got to actually be good in it. Okay, you got to actually show that you're talented. You got to actually show that you're gifted. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? You can't hide behind the status for so long. All right. I have and this right here is not about followers, but I'm just being transparent. I have about 500,000 family. I didn't get that because I'm just a handsome man just flexing my muscles online. I got that because I was actually good at what I did, pouring into people, actually being a motivator, actually being an encourager, uplifter, being a light of the Most High. That came from somewhere. So people can say, oh, Reno didn't work hard for his followers. The hell if I didn't. I worked hard. I prayed. I was consistent. All right. I showed up every day. 3 videos a day sometimes. Even to this day, y'all, I still go 3 videos a day. Because that's the consistency. You never know who you are helping. But once again, y'all, I can't hide behind the status. My work is in front of me. My work is before the status. And that's the same thing with yourself. You don't care about another person's rank. You follow what I'm saying? Because you understand that you can't hide behind that for long. At some point, you got to actually get out here and be good. And you're going to expose yourself every time. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. It's better to teach what you learn than to learn what you teach. Let me say this once again because it went over a lot of people's heads. I get it. It's better to teach what you learn than to learn what you teach. Let's break this down, y'all. When you teach what you learn, this means that the stuff that you're currently learning, the things that you're currently intaking, the information that you're currently getting and understanding and comprehending, you're now taking it and teaching it. All right. Now, you got a person or people who learn what they teach, meaning as soon as they get a piece of information, all right, now they're trying to teach it. Or before they even got the piece of information, now they're trying to teach it. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're learning what you teach. You telling me how to be a preacher, man, but you don't know how to do it yourself. You trying to show me how to be a mechanic, but you don't even know how to do it yourself. You know some things and somewhat of what you're talking about. You're learning what you teach. You don't already taught a person how to build a bomb, but you haven't learned the correct way how to build a bomb. Does that make sense? In other words, you got a bunch of guinea pigs out here. That's them, y'all. It's better to teach what you learn than to learn what you teach. All right? I teach what I know. I teach what I'm learning. Because another fun fact, y'all, whenever you learn something and you teach it, it helps you learning even more. You follow what I'm saying? And that's why whenever I read anything or read a book or learn certain things, I make sure that I teach it as well, because that helps your mind. It helps with muscle memory and all that stuff, y'all. But this is how you embarrass a high ranked person, because the things they talking about, they don't really know it. All they know is what somebody told them, but you're actually teaching what you learned. You learned it first and then you taught it. They're learning while teaching. There's a big difference. But family, we're going to go ahead and do a recap and then we'll conclude this video. Number one, y'all, your intelligence overpowered them. Number two, they thought their resources meant more. Number three, their rank means nothing to you. Number four, you can't hide behind status. And number five, y'all, it's better to teach what you learn than to learn what you teach, all right? With that being said, family, get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie. Be sure to book a one-on-one session with your boy and check out any one of my books. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.